There are things we don't expect. One of those pieces of news that arrives like a casual pass in the flat and suddenly turns into an 80-yard touchdown on our emotions. Because every fan carries within them that faith, that living memory of what was, and the constant dream of what could still be. But when a pillar of our recent history is taken away like this, out of the blue, the feeling is one of emptiness, of a forced fresh start. And friends, what happened in Los Angeles is going to hurt for a long time. Because it's not every day that we say goodbye to someone who became a symbol. Wide receiver Cooper Kupp, the absolute star of the Los Angeles Rams, has officially been released by the franchise and is now part of the Seattle Seahawks roster. Yes, you read that right. Kupp will wear the uniform of one of the Rams' biggest division rivals, in a move that has already begun to echo behind the scenes of the NFL. According to the franchise's vice president of football operations, Tony Pastores, this release will still weigh on the payroll for 2025. But on the emotional side, the cost is even greater. Kupp is leaving California after 8 seasons, countless historic receptions, and a special connection with the fans. It's not just a jersey swap, it's the end of an era. And what an era it was. Since 2017, the year he joined the team from small eastern Washington, Kupp has grown in a meteoric fashion. He established himself as the silent engine of the offense. In 2021, he was simply the best wide receiver in the league, winning the Triple Crown, leading in receptions, yards, and touchdowns, something we hadn't seen since 2005. The pinnacle came in Super Bowl LVI, when Kupp was named MVP after a surgical performance in the victory over the Bengals. But the last 2 seasons were marked by injuries and instability. The question lingered, was it worth continuing to invest? The management said no. The Rams' current scenario is one of transition. After a 10-7 campaign in 2024 and an early playoff exit, the team saw Aaron Donald, a defensive icon and future Hall of Famer, retire. Sean McVay, still young but already a veteran head coach, is trying to reshape a competitive team with a new core. Chris Shula, Don Shula's grandson, was promoted to defensive coordinator after Raheem Morris took over the Falcons. And on offense, names like Puka Nacua and Kyren Williams now need to step up. The departures of Kupp and Donald represent more than just a roster change. They symbolize the end of a glorious cycle. Technically, Kupp's absence opens a difficult hole to fill, not just because of his sharp routes, his almost telepathic chemistry with Matthew Stafford, or his monstrous numbers, but because of what he represented in the locker room, on the sideline, in the franchise's culture. He was a quiet leader, the kind that inspires by example. The decision to release him may seem logical from a financial standpoint, but the emotional burden is brutal. And seeing Kupp face the Rams twice a year, wearing dark blue and green, will be a test for any Angelino heart. Sports have these cruel ironies. The fans' reaction is mixed, but intense. On X, formerly Twitter, many shout, "Unbelievable," while others thank Kupp for everything he did in Los Angeles. Some see the departure as inevitable, but the predominant feeling is one of loss, the kind that cannot be measured solely by statistics. Cooper Kupp was not just a wide receiver. He was a symbol, a link to recent glory. And now, #RamsHouse, the question remains, was this decision the right one, or are we witnessing a historic mistake? Comment below, leave a like, and subscribe. Because here, the fan's voice always has a place.